Shivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let our biology become one with Paramashiva's biology. Let macrocosm we carry become one with microcosm. Let the microcosm we carry become one with macrocosm of Paramashiva. Let our organism become one with Paramashiva's organism. Let Paramashiva's organism become one with our organism. Let oneness become living strategy, living experience of all of us. Am the Mahavagya. Do it intensely. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Om Ham Hom Shivaya Namaha. Let us now begin with the Tattvachamanam.
Let us all take our Panchapatram and Uddharani, water pot and the spoon. Please take your water pot and the spoon, the Panchapatram and Uddharani, and place it in front of you. Now, please place your palms in the Gokarna Mudra, your right hand in the Gokarna Mudra by bending the index finger to the center of the palm. And now, pour an Uddharani of water into the center of your palm. And at the end of the following 3 mantras, drink the water, and at the end of the mantra, Om Atmadattvam Shodayami Swada. Please pour another Uddharani of water in your palms. Vidyadattvam Shodayami Swada. Please pour another Uddharani of water in your hands. Shivadattvam Shodayami Swada. Now please wash your hands with an Uddharani of water. Now, with the base of the right hand thumb, wipe the upper and lower lip once. Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha. Please wash your hands with an Uddharani of water. Now with the index, middle and ring fingers touch above the upper lip and below the lower lip. Wash your hands with a spoon of water. Now with the index and thumb, touch the right nostril, the left nostril, and with the ring finger and thumb, touch the right eye, right ear, left ear. Wash your hands with a spoon of water. With the little finger and thumb, touch the navel, right chest and left chest, and with all the fingertips, touch above the head, right shoulder, left shoulder, and heart center. Wash your hands with a spoon of water. Now please clasp your right hand above your left hand and place your hand on the right thigh.
Let us now begin the Sankalpa, the conscious resolution. Visualize the powerful cognitions, the way that you want to manifest your day today, and through the Nithyananda Yoga, solidify the powerful cognitions, the powerful truths, the way that you want to manifest yourself, to manifest your conscious furthering. Visualize your physical body, the way that you want to manifest. The way that you want to create your body, transform your body through the Nithyananda Yoga. Visualize yourself as eternally 16, without any diseases, discomforts, a strong, healthy body to manifest the state, space, powers, being and super consciousness of Paramashiva. And with this, let us now begin the Sankalpa.
Mamopata samasta duridakshaya dwara Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartam Shri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Prityartam Cha Shubhe Shobhane Muhurte Adya Brahmanaha Dvithiya Vinyasa Shri Shvetavaraha Kalpe Vaivasvataman Mantare Ashtavimsharitame Nitya Yuge Pradame Pade Jambu Dvipe Bharata Varshe Bharadakande Meroho Dakshine Parshve Shakabde Asmin Vartamane Vyavaharike Prabhavadinam Shastyaha Samvatsaranam Madhye Krodinam Samvatsare Uttarayane Lakshmi Venkateshwara Ritau
Makaramase Shukla Pakshe Dwadashyam Shubhaditau भानुवासरयुक्तायाम् आर्द्रा नक्षत्र विष्कम्भ योग भवकरण
एवं गुणविशेषण विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ श्री कैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्त श्यामला पीठारूढ श्री मीनाक्षी सुन्दरेश्वरा भिन्न स्वरूप परशिवपुत्र रत्नकुमार गुरुमन्यतुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती स्तन्यपान लब्ध दिव्य ज्ञान विश्रुत
सकल निगमागमधारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रवक्त्रे
श्रीमत् परम शिव करुणा समधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयान गीयमान छत्र चामर श्री छिन्न काहलादि समस्त बिरडावल्यलंकृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संग सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा वयापवर्ग वर्ष विश्रान जीमूत परमद कल्प केसरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु शपन शाक्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञानपानो वीक्षरा नरहार ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमत् ऋषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्त्रे सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामिना अवतार भूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ तृणवद्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्व पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिं चतुत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रजित कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्त्रे साक्षात् श्री परम शिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वतमनुक्ष्वाको हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र सूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणि साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाण पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अट्लपीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्रतम अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अट्लपीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्णपीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरु श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमद् जगद्गुरु श्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां प्रीत्यर्थम पादारविन्दयोः भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थम गुरुकृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थम क्षेमस्थैर्य वीर्य विजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्याणाम् अभिवृद्ध्यर्थम धर्मार्थ काम मोक्ष चतुर्विध फल पुरुषार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थम परम शान्त्यर्थम समस्त मंगलावाप्यर्थम भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव प्रसादेन सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञान वैराग्य जीवन मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थम पूर्ण आरोग्य युक्त दृढ़गात्र यौगिक शरीर सिद्ध्यर्थम परम शिव शक्ति आविष्करणार्थम नित्यानंद योगाभ्यासं करिष्ये. Now please wash your hands with an udharni of water. Om apaupasprisya.
Let's now begin the Nithyananda Yoga, the asana sequence. Let's begin with the skeleton dance. So let's place our Panchapatram and Udharanis to the side and let's all stand up on our yoga mats. Please stand up. Visualize yourself as a skeleton without any flesh, muscles, skin. Visualize only the bones in your body. Close your eyes and start moving all your joints. Your knees, your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders, your hips, your neck. Start moving all your joints and loosen all your joints and start shaking your body intensely. Let's begin. Now slowly relax. Stand still on your yoga mats. Take deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Breathe all the way up from your knees and breathe out all the way till your knees. Take long, deep breaths. Feel the energy flowing through you. Yes, let's now settle down. Please settle down, and we're going to begin with the first asana for today. The first asana for today is Anjani Asana in the Trithiya Vinyasa Krama. So sit in a comfortable position and then extend your legs in front of you. Extend your legs, stretch your legs in front of you with your toes pointing up. Bring your hands together under the buttocks and your palms facing up. So sit on your hands, on your palms. Keep your spine straight. Keep your spine as straight as possible. And your elbows close to your body. Don't bend your elbows. Keep your elbows, tuck your elbows, and keep your arms as straight as possible. And in this asana, you will be performing the Jalandhara Bandha and Moola Bandha. The Jalandhara Bandha is keeping your chin to your chest. Keep your chin to your chest. And Moola Bandha, that is contracting your perineum. Gaze at your nose. Keep your gaze at your nose. Visualize yourself as Bhagavan Hanuman. And the pranayama is Rechaka Kumbhaka. So that is first exhale, slowly exhale the prana, empty your lungs, and then hold your breath, and then inhale slowly. First exhale, empty your lungs, hold your breath for a few seconds, as long as it's comfortable for you, and then inhale. This is the Rechaka Kumbhaka. And perform the japa of Mahasada Shivoham.
दो करा की उबे हथेली कोरवारली मेले बेली सो आगाने भूपरिदासे महाने अंगुली मिली राखे अंगुष्ट छीदा राखे दोई पुनि हथेली पिष्टि जुदोई तापरि मूल द्वारे टिकी वेसे बहरो जगति करे एक वेसे.
Yes, now relax. The next asana is Paschimottanasana. So continue to remain in a seated position with your legs extended in front of you. Now what you're going to do is you're going to raise your hands up to the sky and bend down from your hips. Bend down as much as possible from your hips, and you're going to catch your toes. Perform the prana mudra, that is keeping your index and middle fingers together, and catch your toe and pull your body all the way down. So your forehead is touching your knees. This is the Paschimottanasana. So now let's all begin. Let's all begin the asana. So first come to a seated position with your legs extended in front of you. Now raise your hands up to the sky and bend from your hips and go down as much as possible. Go down as much as possible. First begin with trying to touch your toes. Begin with trying to touch your toes. So first you can keep your hands on your shin. Keep your hands on your shin, on your knees, and walk yourself more. Bend more. Do not come up. Till Tattva Maharaj says, don't come up. So first keep your hands on your knees and then walk little more. Walk your hands lower and lower. Keep your hands on your shin and then breathe. Inhale and exhale and inhale again, and this time when you exhale, walk more forward and try to touch your toes. Hold your toes and don't leave. Hold your toes, don't leave. Don't leave your toes. Stay in the asana. Don't leave your toes even if it is paining. Stay. Take deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Surrender the pain, discomfort, the stretch in your hamstrings, in your calves, or in your hips. Surrender everything at Swamiji's feet, and you instruct your body to do as you say. Don't bend your knees, keep your knees straight, don't come up. Do not come up, stay in the asana. Get comfortable with the pain. Get comfortable, you will see that automatically, slowly it will start loosening up. Inhale and exhale. Now, if you can touch your toes, that's good. Try to slowly bounce up and down. If you're able to touch your toes and if you're comfortable, that's good. Slowly try to bounce up and down and slowly bring your knees to your elbows to your knees now. First, bring your elbows to your knees. Try to touch your elbows to your knees, your shin. Bounce up and down. Inhale, and when you exhale, go down. Again, inhale, exhale, go more down. Do not come up. Do not relax. Keep your muscles stretched. Go as low as you can. And stay in the asana. Become comfortable with the asana. Yes, Debbie Ma, good. Ma Sona, that's good. Ma Farah. Continue to stay in the asana. Yes, Murliya, yeah, that is good. Keep going down. Keep pushing yourself down. So in this asana, your fingers will be in the prana mudra. The prana mudra is your index and middle fingers together. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. In this asana also you will be performing the Rechaka Kumbhaka. That is, exhale, completely empty your lungs, and then inhale. So each time you exhale, go down. Focus on the exhalation. Each time you exhale, go more and more down. And the bandha is Mahamudra bandha. Mahamudra bandha is all three bandhas together. So the first is Jalandhara bandha, keeping your chin to your chest. Second is Uddiyana bandha, pulling your stomach in and up. And third is Mula bandha, contracting your perineum. Perform all of these three and then go down. Go down as much as possible. The japa is Maha Sada Shivoham.
Janu parilalatam do paschimam tanamuchyate yena kena prakarena sukam dharyam cha jayate.
Now relax. You can now come up. Come up and You can loosen up your legs, loosen up your thighs. You can shake your legs, shake your thighs. The next asana is Ugrasana. So in Ugrasana, continue to have your legs extended in front of you. Clasp your hands behind your head. Your hands should be in the Parashumudra. Keep your hands in the Parashumudra, that is, interlock your fingers and keep it behind your head. Clasp your hands behind your head and now lean your chest forward, lean forward and down, bringing your head to your knees. Bring your head to your knees and engage all the three bandhas. This is the Ugrasana. So let's all now get into the asana. So first, sit with your legs extended in front of you. Sit straight. Sit with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Keep your knees straight, your back straight. Now clasp your fingers in the Parashumudra and interlock your fingers and bring your fingers behind your head. Now inhale and exhale. When you exhale, perform all the three bandhas. That is the Jalandhara bandha, bringing your chin to your chest, Uddiyana bandha, pulling your stomach in and up, and Mula bandha, contracting your perineum, and then come down. Come down as much as possible. Try to touch your elbows to your knees. First, touch your elbows to your knees and stay. Touch your elbows to your knees and stay in the asana. Inhale and exhale. When you exhale, go lower. Yes, Kailasa, Bolivia, the Chinese Ayah at the back. That's good. Come on, Gatisaya. Gatisaya, come to the asana. Gustavo, yeah, that's good. Try to touch your elbow to your knees. Inhale, and when you exhale, keep going closer. And it's okay, feel the stretch in your hamstring. Feel the stretch and you will see it will start loosening. You drop the fear or incompletion or the pain at Swamiji's feet and you keep pushing yourself and do the asana. Yes, Sandeepaya, that's good. Little more down. You can even come together as partners and you can help push. You can help push your partner as much as they are comfortable with. Slowly push and hold them. Don't allow them to come back up. Push them and hold them in the asana. Hold your partner in the asana and make them breathe. Hold your partner in the asana and make them breathe in and out, and slowly, with their permission and as they are comfortable, slowly push them. So you can hold the back of your partner, stand behind your partner, and slowly push your partner down. Push your partner down as much as possible. Push your partner down and make them breathe. Make them breathe in the asana. Push your partner lower and lower. So first try to touch your elbows to your knees and then go more lower, and literally your forehead should be touching the ground. Your forehead should be touching the knees, and then you should bend even more so your forehead touches the ground. Yes. So the mudra, your hand should be in the Parashu mudra. Visualize Devi Kali, Goddess Kali in your inner space. Goddess Kali is the ferocious form of Devi Parashakti. Perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka. That is, first exhale completely. Exhale all the air out of your lungs. Keep your lungs empty. And then hold your breath for a few seconds, as long as you can. And then inhale. Perform the Mahamudra Bandha. That is all three bandhas. The Jalandhara Bandha, placing your chin on your chest. Uddiyana Bandha, pulling your stomach in and up. And Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum. And then exhale and come down. Come down as much as possible. And perform the japa. Mahasada Shivoham.
स्वपानिभ्यां धृतं धृत्वा जानुपिरशिलोन्यसेत् आसनोग्रमिदं प्रोक्तं भवेदनिलदीपनं देहावसानहरणं पश्चिमोत्तानसम्यकं य एतदासनं श्रेष्ठं प्रत्यहं साधये सुधीः वायुः पश्चिममार्गेण तस्य सञ्चरति ध्रुवम् एतदभ्यासशीलानां सर्वसिद्धिप्रदायते तस्मात् योगी प्रयत्नेन साधयेत् सिद्धमात्मनः गोपनीयं प्रयत्नेन नयस्य कस्यचित् येन शीघ्रं वरुत्सिद्धिर्भवेत् दुःखौघनाशिनी.
Now relax, slowly come up. You can now relax and come to a seated position. Continue to sit with your legs extended. The next asana is Marichi asana. So continue to sit with your legs extended in front of you. Now first we'll be bending. Bend your left leg. Bend your left leg and bring your heel to your perineum. Bend your left leg and bring your heel to your perineum. Now what you'll be doing is slowly extend your hands in front of you, and with your left hand bring it around your left leg, and with your right hand bring it around your body and clasp your hands behind you. And after you clasp your hands, slowly bend down. Bend as much as possible and touch your forehead to your knees. This is the Marichi asana. So let's all perform the asana. So sit with both your legs stretched out. Sit with both your legs stretched out and bend your left leg. Bend your left leg and bring your heel to your perineum. Now take your left arm and bring it outwards around your left leg, and take your right hand and reach behind you and clasp your hands together. clasp your hands together. Feel the stretch in your hips, in your thighs. And now slowly bend towards the leg that is extended in front of you. So that is your right leg. Bend your forehead down and touch your forehead to your right knee. Yes, Gatisaya, come on, do the asana. Kailasa LA female team, that's good. Bolivia female team, good. Stay in the asana. Stay in the asana. Bend as much as possible. Bend forward. Bolivia male Chinese team, that is good. The Chinese ayah at the back, try to touch your fingers together behind you. Yes, take your left hand and bring it all the way around your left leg. And then your right hand, clasp your hands together behind you. Try to interlace your fingers behind you and then bend forward and touch your forehead to your knees. Bring your chest to your thighs. Bend as much as possible. Visualize yourself as sage Marichi. Perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka. The Rechaka Kumbhaka is exhale, first exhale. Let all the air out of your lungs. And then hold your breath. And then inhale. Perform the Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum. And Japa. Maha Sada Shivoham.
Uttanapadam krauncham cha maricham veerabhadrakam natarajam trikonam cha saptangushta prasarane.
Now relax. The next asana is Mahamudrasana. So in Mahamudrasana, just let your knee fall. Your knee would have been raised up. Let your left knee fall to your side on the ground. Now extend both your hands up to the sky. Extend both your hands all the way up to the sky. Now take a deep breath and inhale, and then perform all the three bandhas. Bring your chin to your chest. Do the Jalandhara Bandha, the Udhyana Bandha, which is pulling your stomach in and up, and Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum, and slowly come down. As you exhale, come down as much as possible and touch your toes with your hands and your head to your knees. This is the Mahamudrasana. Let's all do the Mahamudrasana. So stand, sit with your one leg will be folded in your side, your knees extended outwards, your heels to your perineum, and your right leg will be extended in front of you. Reach, bring your hands all the way up and bend from your hips. Bend from your hips and hold the foot which is extended in front of you, keeping the leg straight. Make sure that your knees are straight as possible. Bring your chest forward and down. Engage all the three bandhas and gaze to your nose. Reach as much as possible. Reach as much as possible. You can even take the support of your partner. You can take the support of your partner, and your partner can slowly push your back. Push your back, and again walk your hands. If you're able to first touch your knees, keep your hands on your knees, and then keep your hands on your shin. Walk your hands further and further, and then touch your big toe and pull. Pull on your big toe. Reach as much as possible and stay in the asana. Do not come out of the asana. Stay in the asana and exhale. Each time you exhale, bring yourself lower and lower. And in this asana, visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Gaze to your nose. Perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka. The Rechaka Kumbhaka is exhale, empty your lungs, and then hold your breath as comfortable as long as you can, and then inhale. And perform the japa. Mahasada Shivoham.
महामुद्रां प्रवक्ष्यामि तन्त्रेऽस्मिन् मम वल्लभे यां प्राप्य सिद्धा सिद्धिं च कपिलाद्या पुरागताः.
Now slowly come up. The next is the Marichi Asana on the other side. So now extend your left leg forward and bring your right leg to your perineum. Bring your right heels to your perineum, your knees extended upwards. Now take your right hand. Take your right hand and bring it all around your right leg, and take your left hand and clasp your right hand behind you. Clasp both your hands behind you, your right hand going over your right leg. Now bend forward and bring your forehead to your knees. Bend forward and bring your forehead to your knees. This is the Marichi Asana on the other side. So first, bend your right leg and take your right hand and take it all around your right leg, and then take your left hand and clasp your hands behind you, and then bend down and touch your forehead to your knees. In this asana, visualize yourself as sage Marichi. Perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka, that is, exhale, hold your breath, and then inhale. Perform the Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum, and japa Maha Sada Shivoham.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Now relax. The next asana is Mahamudrasana on the other side. So now whichever knee, the right knee which was raised up, let your right knee fall to the side on the ground. Bring your right knee to the ground and your right heels should be at your perineum. Now raise your hands all the way up beside your ears, and then bend down. Bend down as much as possible. Bend down towards your left leg, which is extended in front of you, and hold your foot. Hold your foot, keeping your knees straight. Keep your left knee straight and bend down and reach as much as possible. You can take the support of your partner also. Reach as much as possible. Your hands should be holding your feet and straighten your knees and bring your forehead to your knees. Bring your forehead to your knees. Perform all the three bandhas. So all the three bandhas is the Mahamudra Bandha. So the first is the Jalandhara Bandha. Bring your chin to your chest, and then Udhyana Bandha. Pull your stomach in and up, and then Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum, and then lower your body. Exhale, lower your body all the way down. Catch your hands, catch your feet with your hands, and bring your forehead all the way down so your forehead touches your knees. Stay in the asana. Unclutch from any of the pain, the pull in your hamstrings, in your thighs, in your back. Surrender the pain at Swamiji's feet. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. The pranayama that you'll be performing is the Rechaka Kumbhaka. That is, first exhale and then hold your breath as long as possible, and then inhale. Perform all the three bandhas and japa Maha Sada Shivoham.
महामुद्रां प्रवक्ष्यामि तन्त्रेऽस्मिन् मम वल्लभे यां प्राप्य सिद्धा सिद्धिं च कपिलाद्या पुरागताः.
Now relax, come up, next asana is Bhadrasana 2. So in Bhadrasana, sit and bring the soles of your feet together with your heels close to the perineum. Keep your knees wide and hold your feet firmly. Keep your spine straight and gaze to your nose. This is the Bhadrasana. Now let's all perform this asana. So first bring your feet together, the soles of your feet together, and bring your feet as close as possible to your perineum. Bring your heels to your perineum. Bring the soles of your feet together. Now keep your knees wide. Keep your knees wide as possible and push your knees all the way to the ground. Stretch, feel the stretch in your inner thighs and bring your knees all the way to the ground. Push your knees as much as possible. You can even push with your hands. Push your knees as much as possible. So your knees and thighs touch the ground. Press your thighs. Press your thighs to the ground. Press as much as possible. Yes, Kailasa, Bolivia, female team. That's good. Press your thigh as much as possible. Press your knees to the ground. Feel the stretch in your inner thighs. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Perform the Rechakal Kumbhaka. So continue to do the Rechakal Kumbhaka, that is exhale and then hold your breath and then inhale. Perform the Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum, and Japa Mahasada Shivoham.
Gulpau च वृषणस्यादः श्रीवन्याः पार्श्वयोः क्षिपेत् पादपार्श्वे तु पाणिभ्यां धृतं बद्ध्वा सुनिश्चलं भद्रासनं भवेदेतत् सर्वव्याधिविशापहम्.
Now relax. The next asana is Dwali Pavasana. So continue to have your soles of your feet together. Continue to have the soles of your feet together. And from Bhadrasana, extend your feet away from your body. Extend your feet away from your body. Keep your toes together, heels apart, knees open at your sides. Place your hands on your respective knees and tuck your chin to your chest and gaze to the nose. This is the Dwali Pavasana. So from Bhadrasana, extend both your feet forward. Extend your feet forward away from your body. Make sure that your toes are together, your heels are apart from each other. Make sure that your knees are open to your sides. and place your hands on your respective knees. Place your hands on the respective knees and push your knees down. Push your knees down as much as possible. Push, push, push your knees. Your knees should literally be touching the ground. Push your knees as much as possible. Place your hands on your respective knees and tuck your chin to your chest. Perform the Jalandhara Bandha. Tuck your chin to your chest and perform the Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum. Gaze to your nose. Keep the gaze at your nose. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka, that is, first exhale. Bring all the air out of your lungs. And then hold your breath. And then inhale. And perform the japa. Mahasada Shivoham.
पूर्वचर पट चौक कह्यो सोही वाही विधियो की सोई यामे एड़ी भिन्न जुराजे अंगुल आत अंतर रासे चुपक कूप कंठ में टानो नासा अग्रदृष्ट कोटानो या करी जालंधर बंद होई साधक साधे विधि सो कोई.
Now slowly come up. The next asana is Joni asana. So keep the soles of your feet together and heels close to your perineum. Keep the soles of your feet together and heels close to the perineum. Now hold the sole of your feet and lean forward and down. Lean forward and down and bring your forehead to your feet. Bring the forehead to your feet and gaze to your nose. Hold the soles of your feet and pull your feet. Bring your body as low as possible in front of you. Lean forward and down and bring your forehead to your feet and gaze to your nose. This is the Joni asana. So in this asana, again, catch your feet and pull your body as low as possible. Feel the stretch in your inner thighs. Feel the stretch in your waist, in your back. Pull your feet and touch your forehead to your feet and gaze at your nose. Visualize the Yoni Mandala. Visualize the Yoni Mandala and perform the pranayama, the Rechaka Kumbhaka, that is exhale, completely exhale. Feel all the air out of your lungs and then hold your breath and then inhale. Perform the Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum and japa. Mahasada Shivoham.
दो पगतली संपुट करे एड़ मेड़ के दिंग दरे अर्ध हाथ को अंतर रासे लाट पगतलिया ऊपर दासे दासो अंगुली अग्र मिलावे पना अग्र पनले पहरावे कहुनी लो भूपरि करे दासई नली कहुनी मलिवा रासे.
Now relax and come up. The next asana is Midakipavasana. So in this asana, continue to sit and keep your heels together. Bring your toes apart and your knees wide at your either sides. Now lean forward and down and extend your hands out wide. Extend your hands out as wide as possible and place your palms on the ground. Bring your forehead to the ground behind the heels and gaze to the nose. This is the Midakipavasana. So let's all perform the asana. Sit with your heels together and toes apart in front of you. Now bend down, bend forward and bring your hands to your side. Extend your hands to your side and bring the palms to the ground and bend down as much as possible. Bend down and bring your forehead to your heels. Yes, you can take the help of your partners also. Push your partner as low as possible and breathe in the asana. Inhale and exhale. Each time you exhale, go more lower. Go more lower and bring your forehead closer and closer to the ground. And touch the forehead. Touch the ground with your forehead. Go as low as possible. Stay in the asana, don't come up. Stay in the asana. Become comfortable in the asana. Even if you're able to go down for like 1 second, become comfortable in the asana. So stay as much as possible in the asana. Slowly go down. Each time you exhale, bend more and more forward and down. Gaze to your nose. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka, that is exhale and then hold your breath and then inhale. Perform the Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum and japa Mahasada Shivoham.
पूरब विधि परिपगतली संपुट सोल येडी मिली रासे येड्यासु माहिली कानी अंगुल दो आतरे लिलाटी धरती लगावे हाथ दो गोड़ा ऊपरी लगावे आडवाई पर पसारे हाथेली अंगुली धरती रासे दृष्टिनासा अग्र आसन कौगुन पच उब जनकी गाटी परा.
Now slowly come up, relax. You can now slowly come up. The next asana is Siddha Samadhi Asana. So in Siddha Samadhi Asana, sit and keep your toes together, heels apart, in front of you. Bring your toes together, heels apart in front of you. Now take both your arms and bring it below your shins. Take both your arms and put them under your legs, under your shins, and extend your hands out and keep your palms facing up. Bring your forehead to the ground above the feet. Bring your forehead to the ground above the feet and bring your toes near your throat. So your toes should be touching your throat and your forehead should actually be extending even more than your feet, and your forehead should be touching the ground. And gaze to the nose. This is the Siddha Samadhi Asana. So let's all perform the asana. Bring your toes together in front of you, your heels apart. Now slowly take your arms, take your hands and bring it below your shins. Put your arms inside your legs and extend your arms out. Bring your palms facing up. Keep your palms facing up. Bring your forehead to the ground above your feet. Bring your forehead to the ground above your feet and bring your toes near your throat. Bring your toes near your throat and gaze to the nose. Stay in the asana, and even if you are not able to bring your forehead all the way to the ground, stay in the asana. Stay in the asana and bend as much as possible. Bend as much as possible. Yes, Murli, you are good. Bend more. Keep bouncing and bend more and more. You can also get into partners, and your partner can help push you all the way down to the ground so your forehead can touch the ground. Bend as much as possible. Yes, Gustavo, yeah, bend more. Bend from your hips. Bend from your hips. Bend as much as possible. And don't come up. Don't come up. Stay down. Stay down and bend more and more as you inhale deeply and exhale. As you exhale, bend more and more forward and down. Gaze to your nose. Visualize Bhagavan Paramashiva in your inner space. Perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka, that is exhale and then hold your breath and then inhale. Perform the Mula Bandha, contracting your perineum, and Japa Mahasada Shivoham.
दो पगतले संपुट करे सोले मेर आगमे दरे अंकुल आत अंतरोरासे एडी को ऐसे विदिदासे. All of you can now slowly relax, come back, be seated. Please be seated in a relaxed position. As we enter into the next asana, the next asana we are all going to be performing is going to be the Chinaki Pavasana. We are all going to perform the Chinaki Pavasana together. Now, let's all be seated. Bring our heels together, toes apart. Heels together, toes apart. And hold the feet and open them up, bringing the soles towards the sky. Just like how you open a notebook, just open them apart. And with your elbows, you're going to press onto the thighs.
Press onto the thighs. And then you're going to bring your gaze towards your nose. Bring your gaze towards the nose. While we are in this position, we are going to visualize Swamiji in our inner space, and let us perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka. Let us all perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka. You're going to exhale completely, emptying the entire air from your stomach, and hold the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
दो पगतली एडी धरती मगवा मेल लगावे पगतली माहिली कोर अंगटा सदी सूदी जोड़े बारली कोर पना सुल्या रासे कहानिया की माहिली संधि गोड़ा ऊपरी रासे हाथ की अंगुली पृष्ठी धरती टेकी अंगुल आग्र सीधो धरती लगावे.
Slowly relax, you can come up. The next asana is going to be a variation of this, which is going to be the Charapata Chokasana. In Charapata Chokasana, as we are having our feet, the heels together and heels near the perineum, you're now going to place your hands on top of your knees and you're going to press them down onto the ground. We're going to be pressing the hands onto the knees and press them down towards the ground. Get your feet as close as possible to your perineum. Get it as close as possible to the perineum and then continue to do it. Get it as close and then press it down. Because the more closer you get, your knees will go up. So the point is getting it as close as possible and then pressing it down towards the ground. So let us all perform the Charapata Chokasana. In the Charapata Chokasana, you're going to visualize Swamiji in your inner space and we are going to be performing the Uddiyana Bandha and the Rechaka Kumbhaka. So first we are going to perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka, which is exhale completely, making sure all the breath is out of your stomach, and then suck your stomach in and up, pull your stomach in and up into the Uddiyana Bandha and hold in this position with the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
दो पगतली संपुटी दारे आगाने कर जार पसारे गोड़ा भूसो लगता रासे हाथ दो गोड़ा परिदासे अमसी माहिली उपरिताने गोड़ा दावी भू परिताने दृष्टि त्रिकुटी रासे गोई चरपट चौक कहावे सोई.
Please relax. Please relax. The next asana is going to be Bhairavasana. We are all going to be performing the asana. We are going to try doing the asana, all of us together. In Bhairavasana, what we are going to now do is, being seated in this position, you are going to rotate your feet inward and pull it towards your body. We are going to show how we can do this, a couple of techniques that will help us perform this asana. So as all of you can see on the screen, first thing that you need to do is, as you are in a seated position, okay, you are now in a seated position. In this position now, you're going to bend your feet together. So here if you see, the heels will actually become tight. Now when your heels become tight, make sure that they are placed in the equidistant. So it's not like one is forward, one is back. Don't place it that way. Make sure that they are all placed together. Once it is in this position, now slowly lift your feet. So you're going to mainly feel the tightness over here. You're going to feel the tightness over here. But you will see that your feet are getting tightened, your heels are getting tight, and hold in this position. Slowly with your hands, you can push your body up. What you can also do is, for it to be a little easier, you can also lift your butt up into the air. So you can hold here for a few seconds and then you can sit down. Let us all perform the asana, the Bhairava asana. Relax, let's do it together. Come back to the seated position. The focus we are going to be keeping here is getting the feet closer. So the heels are pressing each other tightly. Okay, that is the focus here. Let's all do it together. Now, pull your feet in, your heels pressing each other tightly, against each other tightly, and hold wherever you can. If you're able to pull all the way in, it's okay. If not, how much ever you're able to pull it and hold. Ma Farah, come on, let's do it. Let's perform the asana, Bhairavasana. Pull your feet in as much as you can. Actually, if you remove your socks, it will be much more easier. So you will get a grip onto the mat. Otherwise, your feet will slip out. Okay? Yes, female LA team, many of you are able to do. Wonderful. Now, while you are in this asana, you're going to visualize yourself as Lord Kala Bhairava in your inner space. So let's all perform the Bhairavasana. And in this asana, we are also going to be performing the Uddiyana Bandha. So pull your stomach in and up once you exhale, and then pull your stomach in and up and hold. The internal japa, Maha Sada Shivoham.
Gulpo sampidya chanyonyam yutkrame notitam shanaihi janvopashvagato hasto dandavad bhairavasanam.
Slowly relax. Yes, slowly get your feet out. All of you did a wonderful job. Now stretch your feet out and slowly rotate your ankles. Stretch your feet out, rotate your ankles. Give yourself a nice shake. The next asana we are going to do is going to actually stretch out our body from this position. Okay. Now, having stretched out our feet, let's enter into the Samanasana. In Samanasana, I'm going to be sharing an important technique here that will help us get more comfortable in the position. Now, as you are seated in this position, let us get one foot to the perineum, and the other, we are going to be pulling it up in front of us. So you're going to insert one hand and then pull that knee. Now, please understand, here the elbow which is there under, right? The elbow which is there under your foot, you want to make sure that this elbow presses onto your thigh. So elbow presses on the thigh and this hand pushes it forward. So you press down here and you press down here. Don't release this from your thigh. When you do this, you will get a beautiful stretch. Let's all perform this together, Samanasana. Let's perform the Samanasana together. Okay, you need to make sure that your elbow presses onto your thigh as you are pulling your foot forward. As you are pulling your foot forward. Please pay close attention here. You don't want to let your elbow slip off. How many of you are feeling, how many of you are able to first get the position right? How many of you are able to get that feet right? Your elbows right? Okay, Ma Sona is raising her hand. Only Ma Sona is able to get it? Can the others also confirm? Okay, how many of you are not understanding? Okay, rather let me ask it that way. How many of you are not understanding? Okay, Ma at the back, Ma Parameshwari. Okay. Now, what we can do is, most of you are getting it. How many of you are now feeling a little different stretch that comes all the way at the perineum. When you actually crush, you push your feet out with your elbow and at the same time pull your feet in with the other hand. Let us all perform this together. Let's all perform this together. Surupranima, lift the foot up. The knee, straighten it up, push it up more. Yes. Now, in this asana, we're going to visualize Swamiji in our inner space and the internal japa, Maha Sada Shivoham.
समानासनमावक्षे सिद्धमन्त्रातिसाधनात् एकपादमुरो दत्त्वा गुह्योऽन्यलिङ्गवक्त्रके एतद्वीरासनं नाथ समानासनसम्यकम् इत्याकृत्य जपेन्मन्त्रं धृत्वा वायुं चतुर्दले.
Okay, slowly relax. Now we are going to be doing the Apanasana. Now Apanasana is going to be the next variation from this asana. The foot that you had lifted up, now you're going to lift that all the way and place it as high as possible towards your shoulder. Place it as high as possible towards your shoulder, as you can see. Then hands on your sides, place your hands on your sides as high as possible to the shoulder, hands on the sides. Now stretch the other foot up in front of you, toes pointing forward. Come on, LA male team, let's do it together. Yes, Sandipaya, come on, come on, come on. Let's do it together. This will also help you. Come. Okay, let us all perform the Apanasana. Come on, lift and hold. Lift and hold at least for a few seconds. Come on. Lift, lift, lift. Now, you want to lift as much as possible and hold the position. So you can either see, if you place it just near your elbows, then you will hold it only this much, okay? But if you're able to lift it as high as possible, getting it on top of your shoulder, as close as possible to your shoulder, then your foot will stay on top. Now in this position, stretch your feet out. Just to make it a little easier, what you can do is cross your foot and just take support here. This is for those of you who need support, but if not, you can stretch your foot forward. Let us all perform the asana together. Ready? At a count of 3, we are going to lift our foot up towards the sky. All of you get ready, get into the positions. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Come on, lift. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and the internal japa, Maha Sada Shivoham.
केवलं पादमेकं च स्कन्धे चारोप्य यत्नतः एकपादेन गगने तिष्ठेद् दण्डवत् प्रभो अपानासनमेतद्धि सर्वेषां पूरकाश्रयं कृत्वा सूक्ष्मे शीर्षपद्मे समारोप्य च वायुभिः तदा सिद्धो भवेन्मन्त्रपानापानसमागमः अपानासनयोगेन कृत्वा योगेश्वरो भुवि.
Okay, relax. Almost 3 times all of you try to drop your foot thinking the mantra is over. But the mantra didn't end and it just kept prolonging and prolonging. Okay. Okay, fine, good. But you guys held on to it, which is very good. Okay. Now we are going to be doing the Samanasana on the other side. We are going to perform the Samanasana on the other side. So bring your other foot close to the perineum. Bring your other foot close to the perineum and insert your hand in the gap between your thigh and your calf and hold on to the foot. Now once again, make sure that you are keeping the elbow, okay? You want to focus and keep the elbow onto your thigh. You don't want to send your elbow in, okay? You want to make sure that you are getting your elbow onto the thigh, pressing onto the thigh. Now while this hand is pressing onto the thigh, with this hand you're going to pull the foot towards your shoulder. Pull the foot towards your shoulder as high as possible. See, some of you are pushing it all the way here like this. Now there is a difference when you push it all the way as high as possible towards your shoulder. Make sure this foot is close to your perineum. This hand is pressing onto your thigh. This hand is pulling the foot towards your shoulder. Let's all perform the Samanasana. Thomasaya, come on, let's perform the asana. Lift and hold as much as you can. Yes, good. Hold the position. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. And the internal japa, Maha Sada Shivoham.
समानासनमावक्षे सिद्धमन्त्रादिसाधनात् एकपादमुरो दत्त्वा गुह्योऽन्यल्लिङ्गवक्त्रके एतद्वीरासनं नाथ समानासनसंज्ञकम् इत्याकृत्य जपेन्मन्त्रं धृत्वा वायुं चतुर्दले.
Okay, relax. Now we are going to be entering into the next asana, which is going to be Apanasana. In Apanasana, the foot that we had placed over our shoulder, we are going to get it back on top of our shoulder as high as possible, and then place that hand onto the ground, balancing yourself. So both hands on the ground, and then we are going to lift the other foot up in front of us, toes pointing forward, lifted up in Apanasana. Now, if you feel a little hard, you can cross your foot and take the support, but don't drop your foot. We are going to be chanting the long pramana for this, and all of us are going to hold on to it. Okay, all of you get ready to enter into the position. Legs down, let's do it together. One leg up the shoulder. Let's get ready to enter into the position. Ready? 3, 2, 1, lift. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and the internal japa Maha Sada Shivoham.
केवलं पादमेकं च स्कन्धे चारोप्य यत्नतः एकपादेन गगने तिष्ठेत् दण्डवत् प्रभो अपानासनमेतद्धि सर्वेषां पूरकाश्रयं कृत्वा सूक्ष्मे शीर्षपद्मे समारोप्य च वायुभिः तदा सिद्धो भवेन्मन्त्र प्राणापानसमागमः अपानासनयोगेन कृत्वा योगेश्वरो भुवि.
Okay, relax. All of you did a wonderful job. So let's all relax for the day, and we're going to be taking some questions. We have another half an hour to go, so we can take questions. Any questions that all of you have, you can ask, you can come, you can share. Okay, so one of the questions that I want to attend for those of you, how many of you are having lower back pain? Any of you having lower back pain? Can you raise your hands? Any of you? Yes, Sandipaya, yes, I got it. I'm actually attending for you only. Who is this guy? Murli is lying down and raising his hands. Okay. All right. Anybody else in female team? Okay, Ma Farah is raising the hand. Anybody else in female team? I'm going to come to Bolivia next. Okay. Couple of people here. Okay, let's go to Bolivia. Bolivia female team. Anybody having little lower back pain? Can you raise your hands? Okay, there's one person all the way at the back. Okay, one in the front. Okay, noted. Anybody in the male Bolivia team? If any of you are having lower back pain, can you raise your hand? Okay, fine. All right, okay. So all of you relax. I'm going to be sharing a couple of details over here. The first and foremost being that lower back pain comes due to two reasons, okay? One is that, for example, let's take Murli Aya, okay? Or see, if you have not done yoga for a very long time, then the body becomes tight. Now, when you start doing the yoga, when you start relaxing, at that time, the body starts getting adjusted. Now, there are two different things. One, where it pains at your muscular level, which is more on a superficial level. And then the other is where the pain goes, let's say, at the spine, which is more at like a poking pain at your backbone, that kind of a pain. Now, as long as it is just in the muscular level, which is what most of you should be feeling at this point in time, it is nothing to be majorly concerned about. Two things we need to do. One, stretches. Two, by doing the asanas more and more only, we will be strengthening the core. Please understand, the back muscles are directly supported by your core muscles, and don't think that only when we do exercises the core is going to build. No, when we hold poses, when we hold positions, they also build our core muscles. So I'm going to be sharing with every one of you a few different tips that we can do that is going to help with both of this. One, stretching. Two, building your core strength at the same time. Okay. The first thing is going to be based on a kumbhaka. We are going to be doing the Bhastrika. Okay. We are going to be doing the Bhastrika pranayama. I'll tell you what Bhastrika pranayama is. All of you can see on the screen. Just sit in a comfortable position, either in Padmasana. And also another thing I actually wanted to tell yesterday. See, whenever I tell relax, right? Whenever we tell relax or be seated in a comfortable position, all of you should start making asanas like Padmasana as your comfortable position. Please understand. When we say we feel that, okay, let's all release everything and just relax. But that is not relaxing for a yogi. And all of us are becoming yogis. So that means we should consciously decide to relax in these asanas. How many of you are understanding? If you're understanding, can you all raise your hands? Okay, good. So now, you can drop your hands. Now let us all do the Bhastrika together. Now, being seated in a comfortable position, either in Padmasana or Ardha Padmasana or Sukhasana or Vajrasana, in any position that you are comfortable with, you are going to focus on exhaling. Okay? Just focus on exhaling in a swift motion and let the air, the inhalation happen by itself. We are going to do this for a few seconds. Now, when we start doing this more and more intensely, it directly strengthens our core. So sit straight. You need to sit straight in this. Sit straight. See, sitting straight should become part of our comfortable position, relaxed position. Okay? Let us now perform the Bhastrika. Just exhale, short, sweet breaths. Focus on exhaling. Pulling your stomach in, just exhaling. Short breaths. Quick exhalations, and let the air come in by itself. Let's do this for a few seconds. When you feel you're running out of breath, you can relax and inhale and exhale for a couple of breaths. And then again, let's perform the Bhastrika. Your only focus is going to be exhalation, not inhalation. Inhalation happens by itself. Just focus on exhaling. And slowly increase the speed of exhalations. Slowly increase the speed of exhalation. Your focus is going to be just exhaling. Relax, please relax. Let your breath settle down. Just inhale and exhale slowly. Inhale and exhale slowly. Inhale and exhale slowly. Now, relax. Yes. So, Bhastrika helps us a lot when it comes to building the core strength, indirectly helping. Okay, it might not be like an instant relief. It's not like an instant technique that is going to relieve, but it is going to build the stomach muscles, the core muscles, that helps you support your lower back. How many of you are understanding this? Can you all raise your hands? Every day, just few minutes of Bhastrika. It doesn't even have to be that you have a timed way of doing it. Whenever you feel in between the day itself, you can just do it. Few minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, just across the day. If you do the Bhastrika, you will see that you start building the inner muscles to support your back. So this is as far as pranayama is concerned, that will help you with the lower back. Now let us look at the exercise or the asana, a stretch that will help us with regards to the lower back. Now what we are going to be doing is, as we are all seated in the comfortable position, whichever is your comfortable position, you are going to bend forward, hands stretched out in front of you, hands stretched out in front of you. The whole focus is going to be you getting your shoulders all the way to the ground and stretch your spine forward with your hands stretched out as much as possible. And you need to do this consciously. So you're going to pull your spine, stretch your spine in front of you. Stretch your spine in front of you and hold down in that position. Hold down in that position. Hold down in that position. So you can walk your hands forward, stretching your spine more and more forward. Walk your hands, pull your hands forward. Pull, 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 pull yourself. Don't relax. Pull yourself as much as possible and hold here. Slowly relax, come up to your seated position. Now, the next what we are going to be doing is going to be a variation of this same asana. You're going to open your feet out slowly, just leave your feet open. Now you're going to insert your hands inside your thighs, holding on to your foot on both the sides. And we are going to bend down again. Here you're going to be having the partners who can help you in this position, pushing you down all the way to the ground, pushing you down all the way to the ground. If you're able to get your head to the ground, to your foot, then look forward and bend forward as much as possible. Bend forward as much as possible. Can support each other. Let's do it together. Hands under your feet, holding on to your feet, and the other partner helping you by pressing your back slowly towards the ground. Let's all do it together. Let's all do it together. You can switch partners and do the same. Okay. Relax. You can relax. Now slowly come back to your mat. The next stretch is going to be a little easier version where we're going to do it ourselves once again. So get on to the sides of your mat. You're going to stretch your feet open. Stretch your feet open. Now place one ankle on top of the other. So if you're placing the left on top of the right, then we're going to turn towards the left. So now you're going to get this hand as much as possible and remove this hand. This hand is going to be in air. You're going to exhale and turn. Exhale and turn, making sure your feet are continuing to be straight. Exhale, keep exhaling as much as you can as you twist yourself more and more. And if you want to push yourself a little further, then you can place this hand also on the ground and push with both your hands, ensuring that your feet continue to be straight. Ensuring that your feet continue to be straight. Go down as back as possible and turn. Ma Sona, you need to go a little more back, like lie down, like more towards the ground. So many of you are sitting straight. See, this will only be effective for you if you do it this way. Hold on. If you do it just like this and then turn, this is not what we are doing. What we are doing is going backward. Okay, we're going to place our hands as extended as possible and then turn. So you want to make your body as close as possible to the ground. So you're not seated up, you are going down as much as possible towards the ground. Let us do it together. All of you together.
Maharaj, that helps so much on the sciatic. It's more like sciatic pain than it is like back pain, but that feels so great. Thank you.
Sarima, can you repeat?
Maharaj, that feels so much better. It's not even so much back pain as it is sciatic going down the leg. Pain feels really great with the legs stretched out instead of being this position, but this one helps the sciatic going down the leg. It feels really great. So thank you so much.
Wonderful, Ma. That's great. The focus here is going to be lying down as much as possible. Of course, you're not going to lie down, but you're going to pull your body as close as possible to the ground, making sure your feet are stretched in front of you. It's very important because if your feet twist, then you will not get that stretch. So you want to make sure that one foot is always on top of the other and then pull yourself. Sandeep Bhaiya, you can also try this. This will actually help you. Okay. Let's do it on the other side. Let's perform the same asana on the other side. Perform the same asana on the other side. So you're going to flip your feet. Flip your feet. So whichever foot is on top, you're going to turn towards that side. Okay, whichever foot is on top, you're going to turn towards that side. Now twist yourself back, bending down. Exhale. Exhale as much as possible. Keep exhaling. See, every time you exhale, your body will twist a slight bit more. So keep exhaling, looking back onto the other direction. That's also going to be an important part. When you, all of you look up onto the screen, see when you're in this position and when you're twisting yourself back, right? If you look forward and twist, it will only give you a certain level. But if you move your head also along in that same direction, keep exhaling more and more and twist, you will see you will be able to twist yourself a lot more. So let's perform. Let's do this together. Twisting yourself. Okay, twist yourself. You can do it towards the left, towards the right. Okay, come back and be seated. Please be seated. Okay, so these are a couple of stretches that we can do, and of course to build the entire strength and flexibility itself. As far as that is concerned, the entire yoga sequence, the Nithyananda yoga, whether it is the Prathama Vinyasa Krama, Dvithiya Vinyasa Krama or Trithiya Vinyasa Krama, all of these overall build the body that is required. A lot of these things, of course, it's going to take a little time to progress and build that strength, but only by performing you're going to build the strength. Okay, yes. Sandeepaya, do you want to share how you're feeling? Anybody wants to share? You can come up to the mic and you can speak.
I think it's slowly getting.
Sandeepaya, sorry, I didn't hear you.
It's slowly getting better.
Okay, good, Aya. Did these stretches help you? Like, did you feel a bit of stretch?
Yes, I did feel the stretch. It's more on extension.
Oh. Sorry, your voice broke up, Aya.
More on extension movement going backward.
Okay.
Maharaj, it's Thomas here, LA.
Yes, Aya, Thomas, Aya, please go ahead.
First question I had, I've had for a little while. In the internal Japan, right at I've heard instruction to keep your teeth apart and your tongue relaxed. Why?
Teeth apart and tongue relaxed?
The internal Japan, right at the beginning, the 11 times we do it. It's an internal Japan, so we.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah, I understand. You're speaking about the Mula Mantra Japa. Okay. So, Mula Mantra Japa, you have to see the mantra happens as Ajapa Japa inside you. So, your mouth or tongue does not move for chanting the Japa. See, when we chant it externally, it becomes Japa. When we chant it internally, where we do not move our tongue or our teeth, that becomes Ajapa Japa. So, the Shiva Mula Mantra has to be chanted internally. And consciously we need to make sure that our tongue and our teeth are not moving, but visualize that japa happening inside us. That's how Paramashiva tells the ajapa japa has to be done in the agamas.
Lovely. Thank you very much for the explanation. From a personal standpoint, I touched the heel of my foot to my navel yesterday, and it was a joy. It was a success. And yeah, stretching and improving, those little moments are just wonderful. Yeah, they're progress. They feel like progress, and it feels wonderful. Thank you, Maharaj.
Wonderful, Aya. Great.
This is Kyle. Can you hear me?
Yes, Kailaya, please go ahead. I can hear you.
Yeah, today I first time stretch my low back and I can put my head to the feet, yeah. And but now I feel much pain in my low back. More pain.
You feel after doing the stretch, did you do the stretches along?
Yeah, yes.
Like the last set, whatever we did you do it?
Yeah, I did it, yeah.
Okay, did that help?
Yeah, low back.
Yes, that will help in the lower back. Good. So you just have to perform it a couple of more times so it feels more and more better, and the lower back slowly starts getting healed. As I was telling, one is stretching and second is also building the strength. So by doing the Nithyananda yoga, you will build the strength as well as the stretch.
Yeah, I did it. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yes. Bolivia team or female team, anybody has any questions or anybody else has anything you want to ask, share, you can unmute.
Nithyananda Maharaj, can I check like can you share like how to loosen the knees? Like it feels tight. Is there any way that you can yeah.
Yes, loosening out the knees.
Yeah.
So one thing that you can do is Balalingasana. Balalingasana is an excellent way which will help you loosen out your knees. So what you want to do here, you want to raise your knee up, and here once you hold on, pull it as much as possible close to your chest. So this will work on two things: one, your knee, and second, your stretch onto your thighs as well. But what this actually does is that when you are getting yourself a full bend, it actually works on your knees. And then from here, when you stretch and take your feet back, here once again you want to focus and pull this as back as possible, holding it as back as possible and pulling it as back as possible. From this variation, once again, when you drop your foot down into Virabhadrasana, you can drop your foot down into Virabhadrasana and your feet out and bend in 90 degrees and hold. When you sit down, once again your knees stretches. I'll tell you what is the difference here. Now the reason knees are getting a lot of load is because your thighs are not strong. The moment your thighs start taking the load of your body, the knees will start getting relaxed. Are you understanding this, ma? So by performing the asanas that I just showed you, whether it is the Balalingasana or the Padapidanasana or the Virabhadrasana, and focusing on your thighs, strengthening and sitting down on your thighs or pulling your thighs back, you are actually making way for your body to be putting a lot of its weight on the thighs rather than the knees. Then the knees by default will start becoming more and more loose. Are you understanding, ma?
Yes, Maharaj. Is the back of knees that I feel like it's not stretching well. Like I cannot keep
Ma, your voice broke up, ma.
Maharaj, I feel like the back of my knees is not able to stretch like out, and if I lift it up, I'm not able to keep it straight. It's like sometimes when I cannot keep it like really straight.
No, I understand that. That is okay. That is fine. Don't worry about it. You perform the asanas more and more. The more and more we do the Nithyananda yoga, the more and more it will start helping you. Okay, because it has to be built. The knee, the strength on the knee needs to be built over time. Many times our body weight, when we stand, we put it on one side, we put it on the other side. So we do not actually strengthen the knees. Knees can only get strong when the body weight is equally balanced out. So when you stretch and do the asanas that you're doing, right, what happens is your body comes to a balance. When your body comes to a balance, the whole weight is dissipated through your entire body. That starts not just your knees, but your all other joints which are there, your calves, your ankles, your elbows, all of it starts getting better more and more to be able to hold on to the entire body weight. So you just have to perform more and more and you will get a knack of it.
Okay, thank you, Maharaj. And how about the lower back? I'm able to bend front, but for the back, I cannot arch. I had like a compression fracture before and a coccyx fracture before, so able to bend.
See, you need to be careful. Understood. You need to do it carefully, comfortably, but pushing yourself little by little. See, if you had any external injury in terms of accident or surgery or any of that, then you need to perform it as much as you can. Okay, so don't take it too hard in terms of, okay, everyone is able to do, I'm not able to do. You need to look at your body, listen to your body. It's very, very important that all of us are able to listen to our body, how our body is responding, and flow accordingly. Okay, so if you had like the surgery, don't compare yourself with others who are able to do. You see how much your body is allowing yourself to move forward. Are you understanding? Listen to yourself and then slowly push accordingly.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you very much.
Yes, wonderful, ma. I think we have time for one more question. Anybody else? One more question?
Nithyananda Maharaj, can you hear me? It's from Bolivia female team.
Yes, Ma, Bolivia female team, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
I have a question because I feel the end of my thigh is always very tight, and sometimes I can do Padmasana, but sometimes I cannot. Can you give me some suggestions?
Yes, sorry, what is tight? I missed it. Your voice broke.
The end of my thigh has always been
Oh, the end
very
of your back. Okay.
yes.
Understood. So, Ma, it is a simple technique I'm going to be sharing with you. Now, when we are seated, right, you're going to turn. I'm going to be showing you. It is going to be a lot focused on how you are seated. Now, first thing, you want to consciously bring your awareness to keep your spine straight. Now, there are two ways of doing this. One, when you sit, you are sitting down on your spine. This is going to put a lot of pressure on your spine. Now, when you move your body up, here you're going to sit on your butt, the muscles. That way, you will see that the load does not fall on your backbone, rather falls on your muscle. That is why sitting up straight makes a lot of difference. Now, you need to do this consciously. When you are seated, you are going to bring your awareness and see, are you sitting down on your tailbone, or are you moving your body a little forward and sitting on your butt? When you automatically move your body forward, your back becomes straight automatically. So the easiest solution for what you're telling is, through the day, whenever you're sitting, bring your awareness to yourself and make sure that you're sitting with your back straight. And you can, another technique is that when you are having your back straight, see, your normally shoulders will be sunken down, rolled forward. But whenever you bring awareness, see, it is not that every time you have to do, but whenever you bring awareness, whenever you are aware that, okay, it's hurting a little, just sit up straight, open your shoulders out, roll your shoulder blades out and chest out. Just be seated in this position. So whenever you're bringing awareness, whenever you're able to remember, do this through the day, you will see that the lower back, the lower tip of your spine does not get stressed. Are you understanding, Ma?
Yes. And I'm just wondering, like, because this area has always been very tight. The end of my thigh has always been very tight. And sometimes I can do Padmasana, but sometimes I cannot. So
Understood. I understand what you're telling. For that, you need to do this through the day. If you practice sitting up straight, just sitting straight through the day, it will bring in the change. You just try it today. And then tomorrow's yoga session, you see, you'll be able to perform it a lot better.
Okay, I got it. I will try.
Okay, Ma. Wonderful. I think it's time for all of us to end. Let's all come together. Please sit up. Please settle down. Please sit up. Please sit straight. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Bring your hands in front of your heart in the Namaskara Mudra. And bring your awareness to your Ananda Gandha. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. And let's chant the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you everybody for joining in. Let's have a 45-minute break. The breakfast is ready for every one of us. Let's change, have our food and come back in 45 minutes. Thank you all. Nithyanandam.